if you're going to take a seed and destroy that seed because it's a seed and it's not a tree bearing fruit, I just look at it as the same thing, you know? It is still having the potential to be a tree bearing fruit. I began this topic 2 videos ago in 10 things you may not know about God. You should check that out. There's no actual point in time on the timeline of life that a human is eventually formed. A human is even before he or she is. Let me say that again. A human is even before they are. Now here's the thing. I have taken so long to make this video because, you know, I have the very unfortunate ability to understand both pro-life and pro... Oh my goodness, I said poor choice. Okay, don't kill me. I'm just kidding. Pro-choice. Listen, I know this is not something to laugh over. It's not something to rubbish. I'm not here to take sides. More concerned on what would God say about it? What does the Bible say about it? What is good? And what is the truth? All my opinions are based off the Bible, not just the you shall not murder commandment, but also the love one another commandment. In case you're wondering, pro-life is basically against abortion, pro-choice is for abortion. The mother is the one carrying the child, therefore the mother should be the one to have the choice of what to do with this baby. In the large extent, I think that's really sad. You're basically saying that the mother is more important than the baby. I mean, where has equality gone? Where has it become like, if you're weak and if you don't have a voice, then you don't have the choice? Where has it gone like that? It's a really tricky subject, right? I'm going to talk about these questions of rape, complete instability. All those questions I will talk about later in the video, okay? Stay tuned. Let me talk about pro-life for a bit. There's another really interesting passage in the Bible which we might want to think about. Some of y'all know Mary and Elizabeth. Mary, the mother of Jesus, and Elizabeth, the mother of John the Baptist in the Bible. When Mary conceived, she also found out that her cousin Elizabeth was also pregnant, so Mary went to visit Elizabeth. They're both pregnant. They both put babies in their bellies. When Mary sees Elizabeth, this is Elizabeth we're talking about, right? But the baby in her womb jumped for joy. It's incredible on so many levels because, okay, Elizabeth's excited, you could say. Maybe something in her excitement passed on to the baby. Like, that's initially what I thought when I was reading this. But it's more than that, because before Elizabeth can even tell Mary, wow, Mary, I heard that you have the Son of God in your belly, she feels her baby in her tummy jump and she says, how blessed am I that the mother of the Son of God should come and visit me. And I know this to be true because of the baby in my stomach, which is crazy to me. We're talking about Son of God, which all the learned scholars of that time could not identify Jesus as. Here is this baby that has not even been born, jumping for joy with the knowledge that the voice Elizabeth, his mother's hearing, is the mother of the Son of God who's also not born. That is unbelievably incredible. Elizabeth seems to be a little above 6 months pregnant. Jesus was even younger, so it has to be something supernatural. And the proof of that is when Jesus was a fully grown man and he asks his disciples, who do you say I am? When his disciple Peter says, you are the Son of God, Jesus tells him, you could have only said this by the power of God. So we can say that this tiny John the Baptist, not even born, was in that moment at least overcome with the Holy Spirit and jumped for joy. Now I get this is going really intense, but we are talking about a really intense topic. Knowing that, do we then say, okay, so let's make it illegal to abort? I know abortion being legalized is not the real issue here. Abortion is already legal in so many places. Whether it's right or wrong really is the issue. And law has so much to do with it. So that's why I talked about illegal and legal. According to the law of God, I think he already made a law for that in the you shall not murder. And if you think of it in terms of murder, murder is illegal, right? But self-defense is not. If you look at it that way, I think this will give some more in-depth to all the arguments. Because yes, there are women who are raped, and yes, there are so many cases of unwanted pregnancy that it is crazy. And this world has well, especially where I live, it's pretty packed. I've never been pregnant. I've never even dated. I have never been a mother. I know my views are not like with experience or solid, but I do have a solid relationship with God. And so his view of babies and life is extremely important to me. His view of mothers is also extremely important to me. Do we allow every person to have the opportunity to abort? That can go to this extreme where people are having unplanned, unprotected sex and not caring about the consequences because, hey, abortion is legal, we can always do that. I don't think that's healthy because sex by nature is like you can get a baby. So please do not have sex if you're not ready for that. I think for myself, I hope for myself, even if it was a case where I'm not ready for the baby. I don't know about rape, okay? That's something I can't comprehend. But if it was a case where I'm just not ready mentally, emotionally, financially, I just don't want babies, I don't like babies, that kind of thing, I think I would still carry on with the pregnancy because of what I believe about fetuses and babies, that they are humans and that they are life, and abortion would be murder. For that reason, for that sake, I would still carry on. However, to the women who do not believe such things and say the doctor says, yeah, you can carry on, but you might die if you go on with this pregnancy, it's kind of unfair to tie that woman's hands and say, yeah, whether you die or not, you have to carry on with this labor, with this pregnancy. I think that's inhuman. There's the argument of just carry on the birth and you can give up that child for adoption. Here's the thing. A baby who is carried with hatred or any kind of negative emotion already gets affected. That's a really bad start for any baby, right? Let's also keep this in mind, right? However, let us not ever mistake the fact that a fetus cannot be taken advantage of, just because it cannot think at that point, or it doesn't have a brain, or the heart is not formed properly, or whatever. And I know this debate can go on into such a long one, but conceivement onwards, these are my views. This is where I'm at right now. I do hope by this video there is some more understanding to the whole concept of abortion, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you will take this discussion further by commenting below, and I'll do my best to reply in all honesty and truth and openness. And I hope you could also hear this with openness, because I'm trying to be as open as I can here. Alright, those were my thoughts, and I'm sorry I haven't done a how to pray video in such a long while. I've been doing that for some weeks and I kind of stopped that some time ago. I just don't know how to carry it forward. There are ideas I have in my mind, but I kind of feel like these videos are really the videos you need to hear. And if you really want the how to pray videos back, just let me know and I will be happy to do it. Okay, strive to be like Jesus. I'm Vihan Damaris, and it was a pleasure sharing these views with you.